So, if I put on Twitter that I think it's a good idea for the Dallas Cowboys to explore the concept of RG3, and then RG3 likes it on Twitter, and then likes another thing about it on Twitter, and likes another thing about it on Twitter, is that a valid discussion item? Mike Fisher reporting from Frisco, home of the Dallas Cowboys, with the obvious view that it is. And so we have written the story on cowboyssi.com. I encourage you to go find it so you'll know even more about what we're talking about. A couple weeks ago, in the wake of the Alex Smith retirement, and then Colt McCoy's move to Arizona, I theorized in this space that the herd of potential Dallas Cowboys number 2 quarterbacks was thinning down to maybe 3. And we talked about the names. We talked about Jeff Driscoll, we talked about Brett Hundley, and we talked about Robert Griffin III. The herd just got thinner. RG3 is aware. So on Tuesday, we used Twitter to both report on and poke fun at Dallas's search. I mean, no disrespect to anybody, media outlet, or the Cowboys themselves with what I'm about to say. The Cowboys first whispered that Driscoll had a great visit to the Star. That was in the Dallas Morning News. And then clearly suggested to the Dallas Morning News, whose reporters I trust, that a signing was pretty much imminent. Never happened. Then Driscoll signs with the Houston Texans, which, I don't understand what the Texans are doing with basically 5 quarterbacks, but that's a story for another day. And then the same media outlet, probably from the same whisperers, said, we never wanted Driscoll anyway. We wanted Brett Hundley all the time. And Brett Hundley will be this week's special guest here at the Star. And yes, the whispers to the newspaper are, we like Hundley over Driscoll. Sure they do. But then why did they have Driscoll in before Hundley? And why did they tell the Dallas Morning News, boy, we had a great visit. This was great. It went great with Driscoll. We're this close to signing him. Stay tuned. And then they didn't. Sure, they liked him over him. And if you believe that, you probably also believe that Dallas never even gave a thought to trading up for Patrick Surtain or J.C. Horn to the number 6 spot ahead of their so-called number 1 defensive player on the NFL draft board, Micah Parsons. Sure, they did. Seriously. If they had Hundley ahead of Driscoll, why would they invite Driscoll to team headquarters and tell the Dallas Morning News that they wanted to sign him? So I tweeted regarding this search, and the Cowboys obviously are on a search of some sort. I put on Twitter at Fishsports, I would personally want RG3 to pay a visit to the Star, as the Cowboys' list of backup quarterback candidates is getting thin. Tad Prescott got involved in the conversation, and in his own way, so did RG3. So I mentioned Hundley's Packers-related relationship with Dallas coach Mike McCarthy, and Tad jumps into the conversation, bemoaning the who-you-know nature of these things. It is notable, by the way, that Tad would be so vocal about this issue, given the fact that one of these quarterbacks that we're talking about, making fun of, whatever, dissecting, is going to be in the room with Dak. But, Tad's Tad. So at one point, I asserted that a true search would include a visit with Griffin. If you're going to look at the Cowboy quarterback situation and you're going to search through the guys who are on the street right now, you have to talk with RG3. You have to. And in terms of skins on the wall, you have to go in recognizing RG3 is more accomplished than Driscoll, Hundley, Gilbert, Cooper Rush, and Ben DiNucci put together by dozens times. RG3 has done more in his little finger than those 6 guys have done all together. RG3 liked my tweet and then multiple times liked related responses in my related threads about the idea. Now, the Cowboys' inaction here suggests their thoughts. Griffin has spent the last 3 years as a backup with the Ravens. He made 2 starts. In those 2 starts, he did rush for 50 and 68 yards, by the way. He's 31. He's got a history of injuries. I know. Former Texas high schooler, former Baylor star. This organization knows its Baylor guys. Heisman Trophy winner, number 2 player taken in his draft, won the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, made the Pro Bowl in 2012. Is he a scheme fit? Would he be a good sounding board for Dak? Is he friends with Dak? If Dak went down, could RG3 bus drive or more Dallas to victory? Are there really things that the Cowboys believe Driscoll and Hundley can do that they believe that RG3 cannot do? The Dallas Cowboys have their likes, and their personnel department, I guess, has earned the right to have its likes. But now, at least you know, because you watch this program, that Robert Griffin III has his likes too. Fish out.